Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled, Ladies and Gentlemen, Please Don't Kid Yourself, about the fatal flaw of great education and training. Because while quality education and training are certainly key, don't discount this all important final component. Entrepreneur, the purpose of this video is to make you aware of the major flaw, if you will, of quality education and training. While it's certainly important, in fact, do you know the quote by Derek Bach, former president of Harvard? Derek Bach used to say, if you think quality education is expensive, ladies and gentlemen, try ignorance. And boy, that's a mouthful. I want you to pretend for a moment, ladies and gentlemen, that you were going to go to this training camp. Let's take the sport of golf. And Mr. Woods would be one of your instructors, and Phil Mickelson. They're going to charge you $25,000 to come down here for a 50-week intensive where they're going to do one-on-one. Say they take 20 people. Phil's going to take 10. Tiger's going to take 10. Then they'll switch so they get to everybody. And I mean they cover everything. The overall theory and origins of golf. Putting. Understanding the nature of the greens. How your posture affects your game. How to pick the right caddy. Your physical and mental state, how to drive your shots 25% further even if you're just starting out, and on and on and on. And Tiger and Phil are going to do stuff like they're going to actually videotape you putting and driving, and then they're going to sit down with you 2 hours one-on-one, and they're going to critique the video, and they're going to ask you what was your mental state. They're going to ask you what you were mentally picturing and focusing and all this stuff. And at the end of this 50-hour intensive, I got a couple of questions for you. Number one, would you not agree that you probably know more theory or been exposed to more theory after 50 hours with these two gentlemen and some of the special guests that they will bring in than, say, 95% of the amateurs in the world? Absolutely. Do you think going one-on-one with these guys and having them talk to you about the mindset of a champion and all this other stuff would help you? Again, absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, here is the fatal flaw that I'm getting at with all of this. Entrepreneur, at the end of the day, you know what's really missing with this? No matter how much they teach you and instruct you and hold your hand, you don't have experience. So you don't know how it's going to feel when you have to make that all important last shot on the 18th hole and it's sudden death. You cannot simulate experience. There is no substitute for it. So my point is, you take these fancy courses, and since this is online and we're talking about the internet, these fancy $10,000 courses, and I have nothing against the men and women who are giving that. Please do not misunderstand where I'm going here. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, I don't care who the instructor and instructors are. I don't care what the subject is, internet marketing, investing in real estate, commodities, stocks, whatever. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you're headed back home, you do not have the experience and the psychological mindset of that man or woman. To that point, you just don't. You cannot simulate that. So my point is, it's great to get education. Study from the men and women who are 6, 7, 8 figure earners and above. That's great. We all should do that. But please do not believe that doing that is a substitute for real life action, because it's not. And I know you know that on a conscious level. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, part of your problem is you are not putting and implementing into practice the stuff you already have been exposed to. So you constantly keep thinking, well, I have to learn this next thing, when the truth of the matter is, to get more and become more profitable, you need to take advantage of what you've already been exposed to this point. And that's what I was trying to convey with you by making this little short video. And that's the fatal flaw, in my opinion, of stockpiling all this education. You're going to constantly be in I need to know more mode instead of let me take advantage of what I've already learned and been exposed to mode. And you say, yeah, but Mark, I don't know enough. If you're trying to go from where you are to telling somebody about making $10 million a year, yeah, you're probably right. But that's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is sharing what you've already been exposed to. Because there's people out there that don't know that yet. And guess what? That's your target market. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs. I hope you can see how and why there is a huge fatal flaw when it comes to education and training, and I don't want you to be victimized by it. I won't say any more, but going forward, not as much. So, on that note, for those who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line, you want to do so in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, then you need to grab that free 9-page special report. Just head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales because that's where you can get it. Now, entrepreneur, I got a quick question. Who else do you know in business who's struggling right now, could use some help? Do they respect your opinion? Because if they do, help them out. Forward this video to them. On the other hand, if you're wondering what you need to do to get to the next level, then grab your free 22-part Small Business Marketing Mastery Series. This is an additional free 22 email sequential marketing lessons spread out over time for your convenience. It's a $97 value. It's my free gift to you. It's my way of saying thank you and welcome to the inner circle. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know something. Entrepreneur, I trust your judgment and I respect it. And I'm saying that to say this. If you decide to join the inner circle, and I hope you do, but if for whatever reasons you quickly realize, or at some point you realize, you know what, this really isn't for me, this is okay, but I don't think it's going to help me, then by all means, please feel free to unsubscribe anytime you want, for any time, for any reason you wish. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.